Hi, my name is Mia. Welcome to Scrubs and Savings. I'm a 21-year-old nursing student documenting my financial journey here on YouTube. And today we are going to do a March money reset where I take a look at my February income, expenses, savings, how much I progressed towards my 2025 financial goals, and my net worth at the end of February. And we are also going to look ahead at my March budget. So starting off with my income, according to YNAB, I made $1,510.70 in net income, 9 cents being from Apple Cashback, $10.39 from an extra change jar that I found in my room, which I still consider to be part of my budget, $17.54 from my Ally High Yield Savings account, $280 from the allowance my parents give me, $361.93 from my school, $830.75 from my doctor's office, and YNAB considers transfers from external budget accounts as income. So it considers $10 that I transferred from my Acorns account to YNAB, which I don't really consider in my head income, but that's what YNAB says it is. So we will just move on over to my spending. So I spent a whopping $5,462.73 in February, $4,420.88 being towards my car loan. Now, I went over this entire decision-making process about my car loan in my How I Budget My Paycheck video. Basically, I took the majority of my savings and put it towards my car loan payment because it's at a 6.69% interest rate and I just want to be debt free. So I put basically everything that I have towards that loan, and I will be paying even more extra on it for the next few months. So I have limited funds right now as a student, so I can't pay off extra on my car loan and invest into my Roth IRA and save into all of my sinking funds. So for the next few months, we are just going to be focusing on paying off this car loan, and we will reevaluate in the summer after I graduate. And I was quite unsure about my decision. In my last How I Budget My Paycheck video, you could see how conflicted I was about it. But now that I'm getting closer to being debt free, it feels much better, and now I feel like I have the freedom to move out sooner than I was planning for, as one of my major goals is to be debt free, so then I can have much lower fixed expenses once I moved out. Long rant about the car loan aside, I spent $653.11 on travel. That was all for accommodations for my graduation trip to Tennessee. I spent $213.21 on Treat People with Kindness, $157.21 towards giving, $40 for Christmas still, and $16 for small acts of kindness for a couple of my friends. I spent $85.65 in my discretionary spending category, which is just for personal spending. So I spent $47.48 on beauty, $17.99 on hobbies, specifically for an Epidemic Sound subscription, $12.18 on some fast food. I really have not gotten fast food in a while, but it just felt like a little treat to myself and a treat to my parents because they didn't have to worry about making me food that night. And then I spent $8 on getting coffee with a friend. For my administrative category, it's much higher than normal because I had to pay my $49.99 gym maintenance fee. I also paid for my regular gym membership, which is $14.99, and I spent $2.99 on iCloud. And lastly, I spent $21.91 on my partner and I's Valentine's Day date. Normally, I go over what I saved and invested for in my YNAB spreadsheet, but it's looking a little funky because I had to move a lot of money around to make my car loan payment, so it isn't an accurate reflection of how much I actually saved. So we are just going to hop on over to my spreadsheet. And so we are going to go to 50, 30, 20 to just keep talking about my savings. So like I said, I put $4,420.88 towards debt, $1,041.85 towards wants, and I saved $80.52. $50 was for Christmas, and the rest was for my nursing license, as well as saving a little extra more money towards my Tennessee trip. And then I had some leftover funds, so I did decide to invest $72.50 towards my Roth IRA. So even if I won't be able to fund a consistent amount to that account, I still want to use my leftover money to continue dollar cost averaging. So looking over here, I added this little total table. So far this year, I've put 62.9% of my money towards debt, 22.1% towards wants, 8.7% for savings, and 6.3% for investments, which hopefully will increase in percentage as time goes on. But my financial goals, we did take a step back. So overall in February, you saw my net income, but my gross income was $1,741.52. Obviously, because I'm a student, I will not be making as much as I will be making once I graduate. So I'm completely fine with the progress that I am making there, and I am making more money than I thought I would be during this time in the school year. So you can never be mad about making more money than you expected to. Again, I put $72.50 towards my Roth IRA, so I am 6.32% of the way to maxing out this year. For my apartment fund, we went negative, so I started out with $1,459.39 for my apartment fund, but we completely scratched all of the money that was in there, so I'm 0% of the way to my goal, which it does suck to see this negative 93.53% of the way to my goal, but that's okay. And I feel basically the same way about my emergency fund, but I still have $1,000 in that account, so I'm only negative 40.19% of the way to my goal. And then my net worth, I decided to recalculate how much my car is worth, and it went down a couple of thousands of dollars in worth, which comes with the territory of owning a depreciating asset and including it into my net worth. So my starting net worth at the beginning of the year was $61,492.69, and it decreased in January, but from January to February it increased, and we will go over that in 1 second. And then I did add this, and I added a debt-free tracker to my 2025 financial goals because it is a new financial goal, and I thought it would make me feel better to see, and I thought it would be nice to see this progress bar getting completed while the other ones are taking a back seat. So I started the year off with $11,634.78 in car loan debt, and now I only have $7,240.08 left because of my regular payments, as well as the extra loan payment that I made in the middle of the month. And lastly, for February, we are going to take a look at my net worth. So I decided to condense the columns of my net worth dashboard, at least for my checking and savings accounts, because I don't really care about having the names of each bank account. I would rather just see what's in my checking and savings versus my high yield savings account. So I have $4,028.80 in my checking and savings accounts, $1,491.38 in my high yield savings account, $70.79 in cash. I changed the worth of my car, so I had its worth at $25,604 for when I was counting it in my net worth in 2024. and it decreased in value by $2,500 according to Kelley Blue Book. Next, my land in the Philippines is worth $2,623.49. My 403B ended at $2,449.57. My Roth IRA ended at $21,433.12. My brokerage ended at $15,394.98. And my down payment ended at $76.05. So the total value of my assets at the end of February was $70,663.18. And then as for my liabilities, my Apple Card was at $2.99. I had nothing on my Chase Freedom student card. I had $42.09 on my Savor One card, and then I had $1,543.74 in my Chase Freedom Unlimited card. And lastly, like I said before, my car loan debt is at $7,240.08. Liabilities are at $8,828.90. So my total net worth at the end of February was $61,834.28. Even though my net worth isn't increasing as much as I would like it to, I don't have any control over the stock market, and I am using my money in the most optimized way, which is by eliminating my high interest debt. The lighting keeps on changing, so we are quickly going to go over my March budget. So for my bills, I have everything funded already, including the $860 that I am putting extra towards my car loan payment. My dad is still paying the minimum, which is $433 per month, and I am putting $860 extra on it per month to put towards the principal. My fund categories are fully funded. I did move around money from my activities category as well as my clothing category to put into my beauty category because I am getting a haircut towards the end of March, and I would like to keep my personal discretionary spending below $110. And the money's fungible for me. I don't really care about where this $110 goes because some months I may want to just go out to dinner a lot and I'll just not put as much money towards beauty. And same thing with all of the other categories. It just depends on what my plans are for the month. And then with the category group for my relationship, I moved money from my little treats category to date night because I am taking my boyfriend out on a date tomorrow. And then I put aside $7.15 for something that I cannot talk about. And lastly, for my savings, I set aside $52.20 towards my nursing license, $50 for Christmas, and $17.71 for Tennessee. So with all of the income that is going to come in for March, it will be put towards all of my expenses and savings for April, and then any money left over will go towards my Roth IRA. That was much more Gavin than I was expecting to do for this video. So if you watch this video all the way through, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for over 1,000 subscribers. I don't think I said that in my last video, so I'm saying it now. I am not at the threshold I need to reach to get monetized yet, but instead of worrying about that, I will just keep making videos that I enjoy and see what goes on from there. If you have any videos you would like to see from me, comment them down below. Even though I love making vlogs, I don't want those to be the only other videos I make other than my budget with me and my financial reset videos. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.